Welcome to our 10-minute hip mobility class. We're going to get straight into it. I want you guys to start on your hands and knees, and then we're going to swing the hip out as if we're in a fire hydrant position, and then we're going to hold right here. I want to make sure that knee doesn't move up or down or side to side, and then I'm just going to start to windscreen wiper that shin bone up, and then windscreen wiper that shin bone down. We do the same, moving that ankle to the sky, to the ground, all while keeping that knee in its position, so not letting it move up and down. Create a bit of a contraction through the leg, so imagine you're resisting against something via pressure through the ankle, or imagine that leg's in a bucket of sand or concrete and you're moving against that pressure. And swap sides, same on this side. We fire hydrant out, we hold, then we just swing that shin bone to the sky, down to the floor, to the sky, down to the floor, making sure that knee doesn't move from its position, and think of that imaginary steel rod all the way from the knee into the hip, and we're rotating, pivoting through that fixed pivot point of rotation that is the knee, and rest. Staying on your hands and knees, we're going to go grab now a block or a foam roller of some sort. Then we're going to shift and bring the knee up here. Make sure as I shift and bring that knee up, it can be left or right side, I'm not leaning out to the opposite side. So I shift, I hold. As I exhale, I'm going to pinch the foam roller or block with that knee. I take another inhale. I try to lift that working leg knee up even higher. As I exhale, I pinch. Inhale, shift up. Exhale, pinch, and then sink that breath in. As you inhale, try shift up even higher. As you exhale, pinch your block. Inhale, shift up. Exhale, pinch, and rest. We're going to swap sides. Same on this side. As I inhale, I shift up. Make sure I'm not leaning at all to the opposite side. As you exhale, you drive that working leg knee into that block. Inhale, shift up. Exhale, pinch. Making sure we're keeping that slight belt buckle tuck, not letting that lower back drop. Inhale, shift up. Exhale, pinch. After each inhale, see if you can shift up a little higher. Go for another 5 seconds. Inhale, shift up. Exhale, pinch. You can even take the back foot off as well. And rest. Still working in this quadruped position here. We go to a dynamic pigeon. So we lift that one leg up, cross it over, reset. Try keep the shin angle straight here and keep ensuring that you're trying to reach as far back on each side. Keep coming. We'll go for about another 15 seconds here. Shin angle stays straight. I'm trying to reach as far back with that leg as I can. Feel that nice stretch through the glutes. And those lower fibers of the glutes, especially the ones we're trying to get a stretch into. Good. Last one. And rest. All right. Let's mix in some isos. Some of the most effective ways to increase joint range of motion. So we're going to be here. We're going to be in a seated position. We're going to grab a block. You can use a yoga block, foam roller, set of books. Place them in between the knees. Hands are by our side. We're then going to lift the feet up. We're going to try to windscreen wiper those feet out as far as we can. And then we put the feet back down at this furthest most point. From here, we take an inhale. Even longer exhale. And just try to settle into the position. Keeping that block slightly pinched. Another inhale. Even longer exhale. You may already start to get a bit of a crampy sensation through the outside of the hips. Just try to breathe through it. Or if you need to, you just bring your feet slightly closer together. Another inhale. Even longer exhale. All right. Now we start to drive the feet down. Then we start to try slide the feet together, ensuring that there's a light pinch through that block in between the knees. Think if my hand's on the inside of those ankles, you're trying to slide your feet and ankles into my hands. Imagine just half of your overall max. That's all I need. So keep going. Keep trying to push inwards. We've got another 5 seconds trying to slide those feet in, but nothing moves for 2, 1, and rest. As mentioned, this is an isometric contraction. So that means nothing is moving. There's no dynamic movement. Everything stays where it is. Now I'm trying to pinch the foam roller with the thighs. I drive the feet down, and then I attempt to slide the feet out. But again, nothing moves. Think of these thighs trying to rotate into that block. Keep holding, keep holding. Good, keep trying to crush and rotate those thighs inwards while simultaneously trying to slide the feet out, keeping tall through the spine. So whatever your hardest effort is, I want half of that. We got 3, 2, and rest. Stay up tall, another inhale. Exhale, we lift the feet up, we see if we just increase range, and then we put the feet back down at that new range of motion. We're gonna go again, big breath in. Brace that punch, drive the feet down, and then try to slide the feet together. We got 10 seconds where you're trying to get those feet to move inwards, but again, you don't let them move. Keep coming. We got 5. Imagine my hands on the inside of the ankles. You're trying to slide those feet into my hands, and rest. For this second effort, we're gonna try to lift the feet off, and then we try swing out even wider. Again, nothing moves. We're just attempting to swing out. I'm going to think about trying to rotate those thighs inwards. And imagine my hands on the outside of the ankles now. You're trying to swing those shin bones out for 3, 2, and rest. Relax the feet back down. Okay? Coming out of this position here now. Let's then head to the 90-90. So working this front leg of the 90-90. I'm up nice and tall. I'm going to try to draw my belly button over that front leg. Making sure here I'm not letting that back round, so I'm not mistaking deep range of motion by just letting the upper back flex. Knuckles are down into the ground. I take a big breath in. I'm trying to squeeze this leg a little bit, feel the butt and hamstring contract, and I'm trying to swing this shin bone down, almost as if I'm trying to lift the butt off. If the floor wasn't here, this is the motion. I'm trying to create that windscreen wipering motion down. So again, we're at that 50%. Keep driving down. Push, push, and rest. Then place the hand on the knee, take a big breath in. See if I can lift the ankle up by driving the knee down and again trying to lift the ankle up. We hold for 3, 2, and rest. Up nice and tall. Head tries to touch the sky. Drawing that belly button over the knee. We hold here. Take an inhale. Even longer exhale. Good. Another inhale. Keep the chest puffed out. Another exhale. And rest. Same on the other side. We're in a 90-90. Just make sure there's that nice 90-degree knee bend in that front knee. And I'm going to be up nice and tall. Head tries to touch the sky. Try to draw that belly button over the knee until I find that first hint of a stretch. Quite easily for me to drop down to here and round the spine. But keeping my posture, again, go to that first hint of that stretch. Then knuckles down into the ground. Big breath in, brace for the punch, and then drive the ankle down, and almost like the knee wants to lift up just an inch. We're holding. I'm trying to windscreen wiper that shin bone down, but the floor's in the way. We've got another 5 seconds of you doing that. Keep pushing for 2, 1, and rest. We're up nice and tall. We reset. Brace for that punch, squeeze this leg, and then drive the knee down. Try to lift the ankle up. Good, we hold that. Almost think if I can get a phone's width underneath that ankle, that's great. We keep holding, and rest. Up nice and tall. Then inhale, exhale. Draw the belly button over that knee. Stay here for another breath. And again, inhale. Even longer exhale. And again, inhale. Even longer exhale. And rest. All right, laying down onto our back. We're then going to come into a glute bridge position here now. So we tuck the belt buckle. Now I want to think if there's like a level across my belt line. I want to keep that belt line level. I'm going to try and move one knee back and the other forward, and then I keep swapping. One knee shifts back, the other knee shifts forward. One knee shifts back, the other knee shifts forward. Keeping that slight belt buckle tuck and making sure the pelvis doesn't drop down on each side. Good, we're just moving through those pelvic bones here, which is a great mobilizer for both the pelvis and the hips. Good. Keep coming. Let's go 10 more seconds. And rest. Then we're going to be laying down onto your side, resting the head in the hands. And we're now going to lift this leg up. We're then going to stay here and try windscreen wiper the shin bone up and back down. You can even place your hand on the knee, similar to where we started. We're just checking back in to see if this range of motion feels any better. Good. If it's a bit easier for us to rotate after we injected some inputs in there. And rest. Then we swap sides. Same on the other side. Rest the head in the hand, we lift up, knee stays fixed, and we just windscreen wipe with the shin bone down, back up, and that imaginary scissor rod all the way from the knee into the hip keeps everything where it is, and rest. All right, that is your hip mobility class done. See you guys next time.